So when we talk about hair color placement, it's important that we recognize the significance that the lines that we use in hair color has an effect on our overall outcome and result.
Okay.
So when you think about different lines that you've used in the past to create a certain look, what different lines did you use?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Okay, so think about it like this. What kind of lines exist in this room right now?
Hard lines?
Perfect. So like when we look at this window, it's a square and there are lines that go this way and there's lines that go this way, right?
Yes.
So what are the lines that go this way?
Horizontal.
Perfect, thank you, awesome. And then in contrast, the lines that go this way, what are those?
Vertical.
Beautiful, thank you so much. So we have horizontal, we have vertical, and then somewhere in between, what are these lines called?
Diagonal?
Beautiful, thanks so much. So thinking about horizontal lines first, what is a horizontal line? It's a line that moves,
Left to right.
yeah, side to side, exactly. So when we talk about horizontal lines, it's important that we recognize that a horizontal line, when it comes to what it's gonna do to our end result, it's gonna add width and it's gonna broaden the object that we're working on. So thinking with your partner, take the next 15 seconds to talk about why a horizontal line might be important when you're dealing with color placement. Great, so what are some of the things that you talked about? Awesome. So if we're talking about a guest that maybe is feeling like they have a spot in their hair that is really thin or they can never get the fullness that they want, we could always take the concept and the principle that a horizontal line is going to broaden an object and place that there to create the outcome that we're looking for. So now that we've talked about horizontal lines and the fact that they broaden an object, thinking opposite to a vertical line, what can you conclude that a vertical line might do to an object?
Lengthen it?
Exactly. If it's not broadening it, it's going to lengthen or narrow. So knowing what we know about horizontal lines and the effect that they have and how we use them in hair color placement, what can we also figure out about the narrowing and cylinderizing vertical lines that we use in hair color placement? What might they do to our guest?
Thin something out or make it look longer?
Yeah, exactly. We all have those guests that come in and talk about how thick and bulky their hair is. So think of the power that that little bit of knowledge gives us, that we can create the illusion of a more narrowed, cylinderized look in the hair just by using a vertical line. Now, lastly, we have diagonals, and we have diagonal forward and diagonal back. Really quick, I'm just going to show you the difference between a diagonal forward and a diagonal back and how they might affect your outcome. A really easy way to tell the difference, if you're standing with your profile and you were to put a diagonal line on your head, drop a marble down your imaginary slope, and figure out, is your marble going to roll back or forwards? So if I dropped a marble right here, where is it going to roll?
Backwards.
Perfect. So that way we can conclude that this is a diagonal back line. Versus if we create our diagonal line this way and we drop our marble at the top, which way is it going to roll?
Forwards.
Perfect. So this is a diagonal forward line. So with diagonal backs, it's important to remember that a diagonal back line is going to create movement and softness away from the face, versus a diagonal forward line, it's going to create movement and softness towards the face. So one way for us to put this into perspective is to think about a style that's really trendy right now. The curtain bang or the fringe that is really, really full and flows away from the face. That's a perfect opportunity where you could put a diagonal back line, because we know that that's going to enhance movement going towards or away the face. Which one?
Away.
Perfect. Thanks.